Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game.
Ready.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Ready.
Throwing now off the play action. Oh, and quick there, and they bring him to the 2. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Playing in your own building, a little extra adrenaline as they take the field. No surprise, this home team feeds and plays off the crowd. First play of the game, and already we're seeing an impact being made defensively.
Pass him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Digging deep in the playbook here. This is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Ooh, almost an opening drive pick, but he couldn't hang on. He dropped it, so the potential turnover winds up on the ground. They'll bring on 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Big and on it. This is Trevor Etienne. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
He's dropping back to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces throwaway.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. I'll air it out on 3rd. Ooh, and almost an opening drop pick, but he couldn't hang on. He dropped it, so the potential turnover winds up on the ground. Does, though, bring up 4th down. Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Ready, set.
1st and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. They've got a man in motion. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's good for a Saints 1st down. New set of downs for him and starts at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Jair Brown. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Benson once more. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuck in the run.
And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Saints.
Back to 60.
First and 10.
One of the tight ends motioning left. They work against the blitz. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still third down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
19 Tiger, Warriors 17. Ready, right?
From the gun on third down. It's complete. This is Olave. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
79 Broncos. 19 tight.
Pass play on first and goal. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that we said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Now Borregales on to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
79.
Airing it out to start this drive. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 46. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Finds him over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
To the air now on first and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and it sets up second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Here we go. Chap. 70 Timberwolves.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And they're able to bring him down. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. 7-0 is our score. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Time for our second quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points. ETN is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers start to fight back for their first points of this game. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. And off to Benson to start the drive. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Takes the 2nd down snap. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Throw here, 3rd down. And this is another one too close to that defender, Brock. Knocked away again, and this time it forces 4th down.
If this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And this one is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Back now, pressure coming. The left side, caught by Higgins. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So 1st down from the 41.
70 Rangers, Viking 18, Mustang 19.
He's going to throw this one. Downfield, and he has McConkey. Well, he's going to have this one down to the 28. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Go.
To throw here on 1st down. Here comes the screen for ETN. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
79 Broncos. 18 Rattlers, 18 Rattlers.
He's going to throw it again. sets up first and goal.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First down.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a second quarter lead. McConkey with a touchdown. They'll try this extra point. Coming in from the right, and they blocked it! They blocked it! And he's dropped down. It was a long shot after the block anyway, and they're unable to add anything on top of that touchdown. After seeing his point after blocks, he's got to stay out there and kick it off. Wilson with a return here. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Saints to the line now. First and 10.
Check.
They'll begin this drive with Benson. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39. Pass play on first and 10. Goes right downfield to Olave. Down to the 10. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints tie and can take the lead here in the second. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Here Gallis on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints take the lead on that successful kick. Now Gallis on to send it away. And this is taken in the end zone, but not returned, so they'll bring this out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's finally taken down at the 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
That throw behind his intended target. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for McConkey. So second down coming up.
That's a throw at this level with so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So it's second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line.
Here we go. They smash. Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Get up.
Looking to throw here. Fits it through the middle. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning.
Let's go. Let's go.
From the gun, ETN gets it. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
On the stop.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Mustang 19. Ready.
Back to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. On the jump. 1st and 10. Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out. Trying to throw this from the gun. Taking a deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Saints calling for a timeout. Their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
Let's go. Not 70, Wolf. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
3rd down from the gun. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Trying it right side with Etienne. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
2nd and 10, back to throw. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe someone on the Panthers made it to the loose football first. They're hanging on to it. Looking to throw. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
Those are exactly the plays, Kate, that the corners in this league make their money and make their reputation. A one-on-one, and he wins that battle.
And they avoid a return on the play. This one bounces and gets out at the 25-yard line. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now Borregales on to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Buys time, rolling right. He's running with it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
They'll throw here on first. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play good for 17 on a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Dumped off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. That was Tannero McMillan he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Here we go, shot.
Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
He's back to throw. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. It sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
They give on second to Benson. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that run puts him right back in the same old situation for 3rd down. I really thought that run was going to get the couple inches they needed. You can tell, just look at him down there, Kate. They thought it was going to work, too.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear it.
Oh, Brown has him knocked out. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? They'll free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Here's ETN on first down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Viking 18, Viking 18.
Setting up to throw. Look underneath here for ETN. And they haul him down just a fraction shy of the red zone. They get an even and 10 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
They'll go play action. Cut near the goal line. He will not score, but that does set him up front with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
ETN can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Count.
He's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Power squib kick is taken in. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And they steal it back on the return. And Carolina makes the house call. Touchdown! The Panthers lengthen the lead at the end of the third. Step 1 is just making the hit, Brock. Step 2, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step 3, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Danny Stutzman comes up with it, and they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Saints 14.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. He's got the squiver. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. First and 10 coming up. Now come out throwing. Chased out to his right. Stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Working now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. Breaks through and breaks away. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play, down to the 19. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Saints ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. All set now. First and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Benson now from the gun. Catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
65.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Take go.
Counter give to Etienne. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going. Small little jab there, finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Completed over the middle. Galloping inside the 40. Inside the red zone. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They go right back to Etienne. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Now 3rd and 5.
Etienne again. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers making a 3-score game in the 4th. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Panthers grow the lead now to 22 points.
Saints 14.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Wilson with a return here. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. New set of downs for him from the 31. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's in the 1st. Running from the gun here. Connects on the crosser. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Ball flag is down here. This might be a free play. And that one is incomplete. There's a flag down, though. If someone was across that line, this could end in a 1st down after all. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. To the air now on 1st and 10. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Pick 6. He's in for the Carolina touchdown.
I gotta believe, Kate, his first pick of the game directly led to that one. Remember, what worked to generate that first turnover, playing things the same way, and this time, well, it wasn't just a pick. It was a pick 6. And
the kick is good, and we're going to have some some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Okay,
First and 10, Saints find themselves with some good field position starting out.
Get up.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to gain about 3 yards as they bring him down. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Saints trying to do some window dressing.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Come on.
They'll toss it here to Benson. He's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
There's corners in this league that really love to cover. There's corners in this league that really love to hit. Corners that can do both, those are the guys that make themselves some serious money.
Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Here we go. Strike.
Well, empty the backfield. Motion him right. 3rd and long for him here. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Ready.
Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. Not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Ready.
Now toss it to Etienne. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Bronco 80.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Okay, ready. Set. Cowboy 80.
So the Panthers guard the vault and get the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward on